welcomes you to the
The long NFL season down to this. One game to decide it all. Super Bowl 61 underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
Off play action. Richardson. That is incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
It's caught. Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
Again, it's Richardson.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
Now 2nd and 5. Richardson to throw off play action.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Richardson.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Williams. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Well, the road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick-6. So dealing with his deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10.
Williams now throwing after the interception.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Williams. He's got Ayuk once again.
His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Williams.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk
from 3 yards out.
And the Lions are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now Richardson.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
And Richardson yet again.
Short throw to Smith. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
He gets it to Thomas. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
In motion, Hill.
They go play action with Richardson.
And that one his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Here's Williams.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play.
Here's 3rd and 3. And we are back, Super Bowl 61. Thanks for joining us, everybody, nationwide and around the globe as both teams get set to begin the second quarter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Williams going to look to throw again.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Now a 2nd and 6.
A give up the gut to Hill. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Justice Hill. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now it's Richardson.
Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Back to the air with Richardson.
That one complete to Hill. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. In motion, Hill.
Richardson looking to throw.
To the right side and complete to Thomas.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. In motion, right goes Smith-Schuster. Richardson looking to throw this.
Touchdown!
Brian Thomas.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jags have regained the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Williams.
And he will find his man on the outside. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
To the air, Williams. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Throwing is Williams.
That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. Back to throw. Williams.
That caught by Trimble.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple. Throwing again here, Williams.
This one caught by Ridley.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. To throw, it's Williams.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
There he goes, left side.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards.
And the Jaguars have yet again retaken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. To throw, Williams.
They set up the screen to Hill. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
In motion, Hill.
Off play action, Richardson.
Thomas has got it, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Again, it's Richardson.
Short throw to Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Anthony Richardson
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jaguars continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game.
I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense and Caleb Williams set. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The slot man in motion right. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's Williams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
In motion, that's Tolbert. Richardson working from the gun.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jalen Tolbert.
41 yards.
And the Jaguars are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. In motion right is Ridley. Now Williams throwing to start the drive. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Oh, what a move. And some room to maneuver. Now he's free at the 35. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 22. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Williams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. And this one is right through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Richardson looking to throw.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Jaguars are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Needed 3 plays on that drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To the air, Williams. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Throwing is Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Brooks. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. 2nd and 1. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From a yard out.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Welcoming you back to Super Bowl 61, 3 quarters in the books, and ready to go for the 4th. Now Richardson back to throw it.
Complete. Smith has it. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They go play action with Richardson.
They're going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. For not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. After running it, now Richardson will throw it. Fighting to stay upright. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will serve.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
In motion right is Ridley. To throw, Williams. This one caught by Ridley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Lions first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Ayuk once again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Williams. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Williams going to look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now it's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll try it now with Brooks. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride.